Hello everyone, this is Dr. Anju Singhal. Once again I am before you with the PPT of Political Science class 12th. This time I am going to start with the new book, the second book, Politics in India Since Independence. And the lesson number is 1 and the lesson name is Challenges of Nation Building. Guys, this PPT is based on latest syllabus decided by CBSE board for the session 2020-21 and reference source is NCERT and latest study material which was provided by CBSE board. This is a lengthy chapter and I have to divide PPT of this chapter in 2 videos, right? Please watch the video till end, like it and subscribe my channel if not done yet. Okay? Regarding syllabus, you must have noticed in the content of this lesson, this is before you, that there is totally a new topic and that is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and integration of states. As all of us know that he did a lot at the time of partition for the country. Now let me discuss with you the content of the lesson. Let me read it for you. The first is introduction, then comes nation and nation building. The third topic is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and integration of states. Then comes legacy of partition. This is a very important topic. Challenge of refugee, resettlement, Kashmir issue, Nehru's approach to nation building. And the last one is political conflicts over language and linguistic organization of state. Guys, in the first video, I will cover first 2 topics only. And these are nation and nation building and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and integration of states. And rest of the topics I will cover in the second video, right? Then let me start with you the introduction of the chapter. First let us do the objective of topic, right? The first few years in the life of independent India were full of challenges. As our grandparents have told us about that situation. And politically, we can say that we begin the story of politics in India since independence by looking at how these challenges of nation building were successfully negotiated in the first decade of 1947. Here is a picture before you, and that is about India's independence and British rule ends. So that was the news of each and every paper of those time. This is a newspaper cutting. So what happened exactly? At the midnight of 15th August, as you know very well, that day we got independence. India attained independence. The first few years of independence were full of challenges for everyone. For the government it was certainly, but for the each and every person living in the country. For example, freedom came with the partition, which resulted in large-scale violence and displacement and challenged the very idea of a secular India. This chapter contains the story of Indian politics since independence by looking at different kinds of challenges of nation building. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru speaking from Red Fort. This picture is of 15th August 1947. We all can see our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru speaking from Red Fort. Challenges for the new nation. The first speech of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, at the hour of midnight on 15th August 1947 was known as famous Tryst with Destiny speech. India was born in very difficult circumstances. Freedom came with the partition of the country, which made people homeless. Great tragedy. We got independence, but with that came partition of the country. This is the scene of partition of India. We can say it was called that time British India. People going, coming with the loads of their luggage. These are three main challenges which we faced. The first one is a challenge to shape a nation as a united country and to develop democratic practices. Third one is to ensure development and well-being by evolving effective policies for economic development and eradication of poverty and unemployment. Obviously, this was a great challenge before the government because that time we needed effective policies, economic policies, which will make our country develop and poverty will eradicate and each and everyone will get employment. That was really a very big challenge. So, two-nation theory was another challenge, advanced by the Muslim League leader Muhammad Ali Jinnah. India consisted of two people. What Muhammad Jinnah thought about this, that in India there are two people, Hindu and Muslims. So he demanded Pakistan, a separate country for the Muslims. And Congress opposed this theory, it is said, and the demand for Pakistan. Political competition between the Congress and the Muslim League and the British rule led to the decision for the creation of Pakistan. But as you know very well, the circumstances decides everything. So the circumstances of that time decided that Pakistan should be created. And this was the process of partition. And the partition process was really very painful and difficult. You can see the leaders on both the sides, and this is India. One side is Pakistan, the next one is Hindustan. Muslim majority area would make up Pakistan and rest of area with India. Right? Where we find more Muslims living. So obviously that would be Muslim majority area and that would be created as Pakistan. And there were 4 problems or difficulties also regarding this partition of India. Because no single belt of Muslim majority areas in British India. Just now you will see that that was one side West Pakistan and the next one East Pakistan. And you will come to know later that later it was created Bangladesh. So, as I just showed you in the map, two areas of Muslim concentration in India, one east and another in west. Right. So, Pakistan had an East Pakistan and a West Pakistan. Not all Muslim majority areas wanted to be in Pakistan. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, leader of Northwestern Frontier Province, was against partition. But his voice was ignored and NWFP was merged with Pakistan, that is Northwestern Frontier Province. So, as I told you before in other PPTs also, that you have to recognize these leaders. As you must be shown, you can be shown this picture of Mr. Khan, Abdul Ghaffar Khan, and you have to recognize. Right? Two Muslim majority provinces, Punjab and Bengal, had non-Muslim majority area. Later Punjab and Bengal were bifurcated. And there were some problems or difficulty, we can say, was problems of minority. Lakhs of Hindus and Sikhs in large number of Muslims in India became undesirable aliens in their own home. That was a pitiable condition in India. So in the same scenario comes Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And his efforts really means a lot to all of us. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of India. So he was made Home Minister. He emerged as a major leader of the freedom movement after the Kheda Satyagraha and Bardoli Satyagraha in 1928. Both the satyagrahas you are familiar with. You have gone through them in class 10th. At the time of independence, the problem of integration of princely states was a big challenge for the national unity and integrity of India. As we all know that what the Britishers said, that the states which want to merge with India can merge. Those who want to be free, they can be free. And those who want to merge with Pakistan can. So there were some states, those who remained independent and did not merge with both the partitioned countries. So this is India before and after partition. In yellow you can see British India, and in blue color you can see princely states of India. Sardar Patel took the daunting task of uniting all 565 princely states of India. Patel's approach to the question of the merger of princely states into independent India was very clear. These 565 states had three options, as I told you just now: join in India, join in Pakistan, or remain independent. Mr. Patel was not in favor of any compromises with the territorial integrity of India. By Patel's political experience, diplomatic prowess, and foresightedness, out of 565 princely states, many had already given their consent to merge with India even before achieving the independence. Patel faced key challenges of integration from three states: Hyderabad, Junagadh and Kashmir. These three states were creating some issues and they denied to merge with any of India or Pakistan. So these three were Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir. Under Patel's leadership, Indian forces compelled Hyderabad and Junagadh to merge with India. We all know this very well. Keeping well versed with Pakistan's intentions, from Jinnah's divisive two-nation theory, Sardar Patel's opinion on Kashmir was different from leaders. Like Hyderabad, Patel also wanted Kashmir's integration with India through military operations. But due to political decisions of some political leaders, Patel could not succeed in integrating Kashmir fully with India. As guys, you know, till now, Kashmir was an issue with the both of the countries, India and Pakistan. And Patel's efforts, which he made with all the princess states to convince them to merge in India, very astounding work. And you know that he is called Iron Man of India. So you may have a question, who is called Iron Man of India? Lauh Purush. Patel will always remain as an astounding leader. Patel combined in himself the features of a true nationalist, catalyst and realist, popularly characterized as NCR in Indian political history. So now I finished with this first video and I hope that you enjoyed, and if you have any problem or you want to discuss something else regarding this chapter or any other chapter of the book, you are always welcomed to join me on my WhatsApp link that is already I have shared with you. All right? Okay then. Now I'll start with the second video after some time. All the best.